Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be taking a look at all my burnt umber watercolors. I've got 4 in total, 2 student grade and 2 artist grade. I've also included the Daniel Smith transparent brown oxide here, as while it's not a burnt umber, a few people have told me that it could be a good replacement for one. I'm also going to be using a new brush for swatching today. This is a Roman Szmal Silver Pearl number 9 round. This was very kindly sent to me by a fellow YouTuber, Paint in Hiding, so a big thank you to her for that. I'll put a link in the description so you can go and subscribe to her channel. It's very similar to my usual Escoda Perla that I use for my swatching. A little bit smaller, but it's made from the same synthetic air. Okay, let's get swatching. So first we're going to start with 2 student grade paints, and this one is Winsor & Newton Cotman Burnt Umber. It's a 2 pigment mix of PBR7 and PY42. Yeah, anytime I've used this paint in the past, I've always found the colour to be perfectly fine. It doesn't really flow at all on the paper. It does have some nice granulation though. Yeah, it's perfectly good burnt umber, I think. One problem I have found though is that if you squeeze it into a pan or a palette, it dries like a rock, so it's a good idea to add a bit of glycerin to it. Next we have another student grade paint. This one is Van Gogh Burnt Umber. Again, this is a 2 pigment mix, completely different from the Cotman. It's made from PR101, which is synthetic red iron oxide, and PBK6 lamp black. And it's a new paint to me. For some reason I never picked up the Van Gogh Burnt Umber in the past. Yeah, seems okay though, I think. It actually looks a little bit cooler than the Cotman to me. Yeah, it still has some nice granulation going on there. Next we have Rembrandt Burnt Umber. And this one is a single pigment just made from PBR7. This one does feel a lot nicer to paint out than the 2 student grade paints. I think I prefer the colour of this one too. It's a bit warmer and, there's like a kind of a glow to it. Yeah, again, like the previous 2, it has some nice granulation. Yeah, I think this is definitely one of my favourites. Next we have Schmincke Horadam Burnt Umber. This one is also PBR7. This is the first one so far that actually has some flow on the wet paper. I'm actually quite surprised of how much of a deeper brown this one is. It almost makes me think of like a Van Dyke brown from some other brands. I mean, I do like it though. Yeah, and it's lovely to paint out. Okay, and the final paint here, it's not a burnt umber, it's Daniel Smith transparent brown oxide, and it's made from PR101. You see how nicely this one disperses on the wet paper? And you can see that beautiful granulation coming through as well. Yeah, it is such a beautiful paint. It's much redder than the burnt umbers though. Okay, so that's all of them painted out. And here they are when completely dry. So, not some of my best swatching. It'll probably take me a while to get used to using the new brush, but hopefully you can see the differences between these burnt umbers. Both the student grade paints looked, pretty good to me. I think I prefer the warmth of the Cotman, but yeah, the Van Gogh's great for the price. The Rembrandt is very nice in my opinion. The granulation is great and it's got that nice glow to it. The Schmincke was a little bit of a disappointment, to be honest, but some people might prefer the deeper kind of chocolatey brown. And then finally the Daniel Smith. Yeah, to me it looks great. Beautiful granulation and yeah, lovely to paint out. So which is your favourite? For me, it's, yeah, I think the Rembrandt, though that could just because it's the one that is in my palette and I'm used to using. The Daniel Smith is very interesting though, and it definitely has the most beautiful granulation here, but I think the redness puts me off a little bit. Are you a burnt umber user? Which is your favourite brand? And would you consider using, or do you already use, this Daniel Smith transparent brown oxide? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye bye.